On two. Ready? Hey!
Yo, we back in this tang, man. You know what it is, Sunday. Football Frame of Mind is back. We do this every Sunday, so we hope y'all is with us every Sunday. All the time. All the time. We got to comment early, man. See that smooth?
Oh, so you wasn't here last week. What the hell happened, bro?
Yeah, man, but
where you was at?
But tried to warn him, man. Like I said, but I think we knew that, though. I think both of us was probably like, we was like, man, Texas just ain't been impressive, man. Especially after them having to steal that game from Mississippi State, you know? like why you gotta do that to the Bulldogs, man? Stark Vegas. Why you gotta do that? But that's what Mississippi State is. But I will say they are ahead of schedule. This season has been really good for them.
Oh, they should be a lot further in wins, to be honest with you. They just don't know how to win those games yet.
Yeah, not yet. But you know what? They gonna get there.
Yeah.
It did, man. But like I said, man, it's any given Saturday, bro. Any given Saturday, man. But we happy y'all with us, man. We're gonna get into some previews and some recaps of the weekend's action. So before we get started, man, how you doing?
Feeling like crap the last 2 days. I'll take me a nice little swig of this when we're done. Then it's gonna be over with because I gotta get up early tomorrow.
That's the jigger juice. You know what I'm talking about. That's the jigger juice, man. Hey, I do that. I do that too sometimes. So it helps me definitely sleep, man. So we gotta give a shout out to the Villains Media Network, man. That is where we bring you all the content, man. So if you're not necessarily a football fan, man, we talk about basketball on there. We talk about baseball, off season in full swing. Of course, the Dodgers win back to back, so you check that out over there. Yeah, I know.
It's not even just sports. They cover all kinds of other stuff too, like different different topics and stuff, movies, shows, all kinds of stuff.
Are you a
foodie? A lot of food. Yeah.
Are you a foodie?
Can't see them bellies on the camera.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, dog. You got some good stuff over there, man. So y'all check that out. But without further ado, man, let's get into it because my boy Brandon gotta get him some sleep. He gotta catch some Z's, man.
I ain't getting I probably got like 3 or 4 hours this morning or last night. Oh man. Oh, that's not good. Shame, guys.
Shame. But I will say this though, we not at the beginning of the month, but last 7 days was rough, man. So like I said, I'll share with you guys. We had some trouble with the music that we were doing, right? Not necessarily my doing. It was just some, I guess you would say, some litigation issues. But we're gonna get it all together and we back where we were. So we all right. So but the shorts kind of took a dip. So
we're actually ahead of schedule though. Like it's looking like we'll surpass last month and the month before.
Shit. Well, that's good. That's good considering the fact that I was like, man, damn it, man. I was like, this is horrible. I was like, I like doing the different music on there, you know, like just sharing it out there and stuff like that. So, but we definitely, like I said, we back on that side. So y'all check out all of that, man. But like I said, we still got 7% of people subscribed that watch. So to y'all, thank you. To the other half, or not other half, but the other 90%, y'all better come on, man. Y'all better talk to See That Smooth.
Yeah. He's here.
See That Smooth, man. We're gonna get into that, man. If you hang on to the end of the show, man, when we do our NFL I'm gonna tell you, it's not all Shador, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That team, that offensive line is garbage, but that defense, oh my god!
See, I shared a graphic like last week. It said, "What if they were to conjoin the Bengals offense and the Browns defense like an actual like Ohio team?" I'm like, yeah, nobody would stop them. Hey, nobody would stop them at all.
Yeah, because like that was garbage. Lamar played horrible, man. He played ass, and that last play was kind of cool, man. I ain't gonna lie. That was a cool ass play, bro. But we get into it, man. So we get into the weekend overreactions, man, brought to you by the Villains Media Network. So I'll start, man. And for my Bama fans out there, man, don't overreact to the loss to Oklahoma, man. Don't overreact. I heard that a lot. That was an overreaction. Like I said, we still got a good defense. I don't know if Ty is going to win the Heisman, but he should get an invite to New York. He should be one of the five. I think they should do five: a defensive player and four offensive players. But he still should get an invite. He's still really good. I just think Oklahoma and Brett Venables, they just know what to do, bro. They just have his defenses over the course of his coaching career have given the best of players the business, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You look at when he was at Oklahoma the first time as a defensive coordinator, they frustrated Tebow in that first half. they was like, yo, we hope they don't change their defense, and they did for that reason alone, you know. Then you look at his run at Clemson, man. Look how many first round picks Clemson has had from Brett Venables' defense, and look how bad they look now. So there you go, man. And then you look at the fact at Oklahoma right now. Offensively, they're figuring it out, but defensively, they one of the best units in the country. So that lets you know that he knows what he's doing and he attacks. So, but don't overreact, man. Like I said, the standings is still in our favor. We got the head-to-head over Georgia, so that still counts. Now, Ole Miss, we probably might not make it to the SEC title game, right? But the extended playoff works out in our favor because we can get in there. So that's my overreaction, telling y'all to relax. Old school Aaron Rodgers style. Relax.
My knee. My knee.
I was watching this podcast, man. I don't know if you don't watch basketball like that, but if you remember Byron Scott,
yeah, he's been the Hornets coach. Yeah, and he played for the Lakers.
Yeah, right. So he has a podcast, right? So
oh gosh,
the old school trainer for the Lakers was on there. I was watching this particular episode, right? And he's like, he ran out. He didn't see the player get injured, so he has to run out there and say, "Hey, what happened?" So he goes out there and he's like, "Hey, what happened?" And the player's like, "My shit broke."
like some like an ugly like Russ Smith type injury. Like, yeah, my shit's broke.
Yeah, my shit broke. He's like, he asked me, he's like, okay, so is it your left shit or your right shit? He's like, it's my left shit. He said, where you get? He asked him the first question though. He's like, where you get hurt at? Dude said, over there. I was like, dude, what in the world? But when you said my knee, I was thinking about that. I was like,
my knee,
my shit broke. Nah, man, but overreactions for you this weekend, man.
I would just say LSU fans, don't get like, it's good we got the win, but don't jump on the bandwagon of, oh, Frank Wilson got the win, like we should just push him. No, don't jump the gun. Like, very good piece, very valuable piece on the staff. It's just like, I'm sorry. I was willing to give Orgeron a shot, but I'm not willing to experiment now. Like, you really need to hit this one out the park. I love Frank Wilson. I think he's very valuable to the brand and recruiting, but don't force that, because if you force that and then if it doesn't work out, you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt because you had some other really good options available that I feel like would have been a better fit to run the show.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a chance for y'all to just kind of hire a guy that like that you can really build around, right? Not a project, not a guy like that's won a lot somewhere else.
Somebody that just this would be like the missing piece. Like whatever they bring to the table is something that you're missing, and that can help get you back to where you need to be.
Yeah, but I also think,
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, exactly. But I really think you guys should just be focused on long-term winning, right?
Ooh.
Not just
not just short term.
Yeah, long-term winning, right? Not and look and understand and tell and have a coach that explains that to the fan base, right? That yes, we have talent here to win national titles, but it's not NCAA football. You're not going to win every year, right? Some years you're going to have talent and it not plays that well, right? You're going to have to fight through the bad times, right? To really enjoy the success, right? It's easy for Alabama fans to say, right? Oh my God, y'all had the best players and everything. But it's times where we didn't win the national title. It's times where we didn't get to the national title, right? It's times where we lost in the national title. So that's my whole thing. Understand that a part of building a program and sustaining success is winning and even appreciating the fact that you are winning. It ain't national championship every year. It's just not like that. Sometimes you have an injury. You have sometimes recruiting don't hit like it's supposed to. You have to understand that, right? And when you focus on long-term winning, I think y'all be okay. This can't be a fire guy just because he goes 7-5 1 year.
It's one of those things. Whoever they hire is going to be the guy. I don't know if you've seen Ed Ogeron's name is floating around. His name's floating around Arkansas and Oregon State too. I'm like, dude, him in Arkansas is a great freaking idea. That is a great that would be who I'd be going after. Like, you're going to get him for cheaper, and you know exactly what you're going to get.
I agree.
He's going to bring all those good players back.
Yeah, and you're gonna be tough on the line of scrimmage, man. And I think Sam Pittman was really good there. I'm one of those Sam Pittman supporters, right? And I thought they were tough up front. They just didn't have the necessary skill players to, supplement the scoring, right? That's all I think it was.
They didn't know how to win games either, though, because they always lost close ones.
Yeah, they were never really blown out, right? If you compare Sam Pittman's run to Chad Morris's run, I think you would probably take Sam Pittman more so than Chad Morris, right? So that's my whole thing, man. But that's the overreaction, man. So y'all let us know in the comments what you think. All right.
Whew.
Of course, this thing always taking forever, man. All right, let's talk about the new AP poll, right? So take this with a grain of salt because this isn't what we really go off of. It's just what they do now. But this is a good, I would say, measurement for what the college football playoff might do. So you see Bama drops to 10, right? You see that. But that's probably a little bit too low, in my opinion. I think they might be in the 7-8 range more so than 10. But you see a lot. You see a lot of movement there, man. Utah took care of Baylor, so they
convincingly too.
Yeah, but I told you, man, Baylor, even though it was convincing, they still gave us 30 points.
I was mad that we didn't get that one because we both picked Baylor.
Yeah, man. So, but that's actually something I want to talk to you about too, man. Next year, man, I think we should pick games like you said and keep a record of.
Yeah, I can make graphics and all that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I'm thinking next year that'll be something we do. So you can talk shit about my picks. Well, see that smooth Texas is ranked, man, because of that brand, dog. That's really what
And
it
their
is.
losses are ranked losses. It's the same thing like they were talking about how I talked about this last week, how Miami fans were pissy because they beat Notre Dame, and yet Notre Dame's higher. And I'm like, because Notre Dame's 2 losses are ranked losses, and Miami's 2 losses are unranked losses. Like those things make a difference.
Yeah, man. But also, since we're speaking on Texas, man, let's talk about North Texas.
Yep,
Ranked for the first time since 1959. Like,
that's crazy. The Mean
wow.
Green.
Like, and I believe that's when Mean Joe Green was there.
Yep.
So, like, that's crazy. So I don't, like I said, I don't know if he's still alive, man, but I know he happy as hell to see his team good since his name's on the field and all.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's pretty good. Now, I will say, if we're talking about the group of 5, you have a situation that you need to really be looking at here. So you see James Madison. I believe their regular season is done.
Yeah.
So their 50-point victory is almost comparative to Ohio State when they were like outside of the playoff before conference championship weekend. And that 50-point victory against was that Wisconsin boosted them above Baylor and TCU that year, right? So I believe that is what kind of boosts them up, right? But a big win for North Texas in the American Championship game might do the same thing for them, right? So that's my whole thing, right? So you got a really big fight on your hands for the group of 5 representative in the playoff because JMU's in there, North Texas is in there, and Tulane's in there, right? If Tulane gets in there,
That's scary.
right, crazy, right? But for head coach Summerall, that's big for him because that's a bargaining chip because he's already in a lot of big name programs' list.
I feel like his name's kind of cooled off though since they took that ugly UTSA loss. But his name's kind of like they've been kind of pumping the brakes a bit on that.
Yeah, I can see that. And see that Smooth said, I know I missed last week's stream, but I'm pissed about number 23.
Yeah, about Tennessee being where they're at.
I mean, like pissed, like in a bad way, or like pissed that they're not higher.
I think he's pissed because they're still ranked.
Oh, okay,
dude. Okay, bro. Okay, Dave Portnoy. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, SEC bias. The Big Ten, bro. Y'all just don't realize that the Big Ten's a good conference, but the SEC is that much harder, bro. That's why we stay ranked. Strength of schedule means something. Like, dude, there's no trip. Even if you play Kentucky, that's not a freaking shoe-in, bro. And they're ass. But they would do okay in the Big Ten. Just saying.
So, all right. So, hear me out. See that Smooth, right? You say it's SEC bias, right? So, Texas A&M is undefeated. Georgia's hella good. Ole Miss is hella good. Bama's in there. Oklahoma's in there, right? Vandy's in there. Tennessee's in there as well. Texas shouldn't be, so I agree with you there.
1, 2, 3.
And then
4,
Mizzou's
5,
in there.
6, 7, right? 8, 9 teams, which is
right.
kind of hung around that all year.
So out of all those 9 teams in the SEC, man, how many Big Ten teams do you think can beat those 9, right? Aside from the teams that you have at the top, right? There's Ohio State, there's Indiana, there's Oregon, right? And who else is in there? I don't see no other Big Ten teams, man. Yeah, USC, Michigan, and that's it, right? So that shows you the disparity between both conferences, my man. All right. Yeah, y'all top heavy and y'all cool, right? But the bottom half of your conference is ass, bro. I'm sorry. You got Boston College ain't won no games all year. Like, I don't think it's an SEC team that hasn't won no games. Like, I don't think so. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think there's a team that's winless. Right? I take that back. No, that's not. No, I'm serious. So Arkansas is 2-8. South Carolina's 2-7. Auburn's 4-6. Mississippi State is 5-6, and then Florida is 3-7. Right? So it's not like super crazy. You know what I'm saying? To see why the SEC's in there. Like I don't know what you're talking about. See that smooth, man? Y'all conference is top heavy, dog. Like
yeah, I
you got-
agree with that.
you got 5 teams that I'm looking at right now that have one loss in conference. Maryland's 1-6, Penn State's 1-6, Wisconsin's 1-6, Michigan State and Purdue are winless. All right. So that's a 4-6 team. There's another 4-6 team, which is Penn State and Maryland. Wisconsin's 3-7. Michigan State's 3-7, and Purdue's 2-9. Right. And then one of your worst teams, like in record wise, is actually middle of the pack in conference, which is UCLA. Right. They're 3-7, but 3-4 in conference. So that just tell you that your conference is top heavy, man. Yeah. No. We ain't talking about usually. We talk about this year. Right? This year, you looking at a conference that is top heavy. And even if you add Penn State into it, it's still top heavy. Still, right? You got an 18-team conference, man. All right? 18 teams in there. You bound to have teams that are ass. Okay? That's just what it is. So the bias thing is really overblown, right? Because all of these SEC teams would beat your bottom half pretty bad. And I think our bottom half of the SEC
is much better than theirs.
I think they would beat them pretty bad. All right. We talking Kentucky versus Purdue. How does that matchup go?
Kentucky beats Purdue, bro.
Penn State, not Penn State, but Mississippi State versus what's that? Michigan State. I probably go there. You know what I'm saying? I probably go Stark Vegas. So that's all we're saying, man. Like we're not saying your conference is ass, bro. We've seen ass, and that's the ACC this year. All right, that's ass. All right, but nah, y'all just got a big conference, bro. It's just tough to do that. All right, so we're gonna talk about this game. What you got?
Give them a good game.
Yeah, but they in the middle of the pack though. They not at the bottom. I would agree with that. I think Minnesota.
And how you put Tennessee and Kentucky in the same bubble? That's polar opposite.
Yeah, no, Tennessee. That's not a good matchup. Not for Minnesota.
Minnesota, they can't score with Tennessee.
Now Kentucky, yeah, Kentucky they could probably compete with, but Tennessee, no, they score too fast, man. Like Minnesota's definitely a ball control team, man. And if they get down, it's gonna be tough for them to come back, man. But Kentucky, yeah. But I agree, man. It was actually a good game if you like all around football, right? Because defensive got some scores. Special teams was ass, right? But it was a chess match, right? It was a chess match all game, right? So from the Bama fan perspective, right? So you look at the numbers, right? We literally doubled them in yards, right? And penalties weren't an issue. It was the turnovers, man. And had Oklahoma not got that pick 6, they wouldn't have won because the numbers just wasn't there, right? Offensively, right? You add a defensive touchdown, that changes the whole thing, right? Then you add some stuff like a missed field goal, right? Before half, right? That changes your thought process in the home stretch. It's like, man, if we would have made that field goal, I feel like you probably would have seen more of a conservative 2-minute drill instead
Mhm.
of let's just call plays downfield, right? I feel like we got some run support this time, right? So I'm not upset at that. I'm more upset at the fact that we haven't found that dash to our smash. You know, we
Mhm.
got Jam Miller, tough running back, really good throughout his um really good through the hole, right? He can jump cut. He has that thing, right? But that straight line speed to just hit the hole and go, right? You think about Jameer Gibbs, right? That was one of my favorite running backs that have come through Alabama lately, right? He just knew how to hit the hole and go. Wasn't too much dancing, right? That's what I like. That's what we need, right? We need that smash and dash. You need that blend, and we got a lot of smashers, but not a lot of dashers. All right, so we need that moving forward if we're gonna make a good run, right? So from the Oklahoma side, you gotta look at this matchup and be like, yeah, we won, but yo, offensively, we can't do this and think that it's gonna be successful
Not
long
long
term.
term. Yep.
No, not long term, right? Yeah, defense is cool, but you got to score some points, man. You might get a couple of defensive touchdowns, right? But you can't depend on that all the time, man.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
any Brent Venables team is gonna have a good defense. Nobody's ever said that the defense
yeah,
is trash. Like the question
no,
mark with him has always been the offense.
yeah. And this being his first head coaching job, I'd say his defenses are pretty good, man. You know, but with that being said, offensively, you still have to put up some points, man. You got to score eventually. You know,
Mhm.
gotta
If you
score
want to have, if
eventually.
you want to have long term success, yeah.
Yeah, and I look at the same thing for Alabama. If you're gonna have long term success this season, you're gonna have to find that extra gear at running the football. Because I've watched the games and the holes are there. You just don't have the
The
guy
speed to hit the holes.
quick enough to get through it before it closes it.
Hmm.
Right? That's the issue. That's the whole issue. And like I said, Hill had a good game. He had 2 touchdowns and 60 yards, right? But you still that's on 15 carries is crazy, you know. But I will say that maybe we should have gave the ball to him a little bit more. Maybe. I don't know. But I will say, we could damper Ty Simpson's Heisman hopes just a smidge because Mendoza played really well the last few weeks. And then Jeremiah Love just continues to do like Jeremiah Love things, right?
Hmm.
You got Haynes King in there, and then you got Julian Sand as well. So you got some guys out there that are really, really, really good, right? And over the past 3 weeks, Ty Simpson's kind of looked like, you know what I'm saying? Not like super,
Not lights
um,
out.
yeah, compared to everyone else. So I do think it took a smidge of a dent. But like I said, I still think the Heisman race comes down to championship weekend now, conference championship weekend, because those are the biggest games, right? And you see uh those players most likely against the teams that have been the best in their conference, right? So if you're saying Julian Sand is the Heisman winner, then you got to see him against that team, right? Indiana, right? That's the best team he's going to play, right? And when you look at Haynes King, he'll have a couple opportunities to win the Heisman. He's got Georgia at the end of the year, and he's got the conference championship. So if he hadn't locked it up after Georgia, a good game against Virginia at this point in the ACC, he'll probably lock it up there, right? Mendoza, the same thing, right? Ohio State's going to be the best team he's faced so far, right? Except for Oregon, right? But they took a step back a little bit, right?
Hmm.
And if you're looking at Jeremiah Love, he's got the toughest opportunity to win because he doesn't have a conference championship. So he's really got to ball out, right? And then I think our defensive representative is Jacob Rodriguez. So he has an opportunity to get into it as well because he has a conference championship. So, like I said, that's the Heisman kind of talk for today because we got some stuff to talk about. But like I said, Oklahoma gets a win there, so I'm upset, but not that bad. We still got a chance. So, all right, so let's talk about this debacle, man. What the happened with this
Dude,
one? All right, so
Shane Beamer, you seen Shane Beamer at halftime? Like hyped up, doing jumping jacks, all that kind of stuff, and then it's just like I was talking to Andrew the whole time, and then me and you was talking. I'm like, I just don't think they're gonna be able to sustain this, bro.
yeah, nah, and they couldn't at all, man. So, so when you think about this game per se, right? It started out as a nightmarish scenario for Texas A&M, right? But it turned into a nightmare for South Carolina. Actually, I take that back. It turned into what South Carolina season's been all year, right? Vastly what do you say? Underapproved,
Underperforming.
underappreciated, underperformance, under everything, like undervalued, right? Sometimes some people have been overvalued, including Lenora Sellers, right? All that hype coming into the season just hasn't looked comfortable. Now you can say that maybe it was Mike Shula's play calling, or you could say that just not enough offensive line help or whatever. Whatever the case may be, this team has vastly underperformed and it hasn't looked good, man. And it reared its ugly head this time, right? You see the difference between the teams in the second half, right? Yeah, all right. Texas A&M got hit in the mouth, right? But for them to just strike so fast, their first possession was a touchdown in the second half. Then their next possession was a touchdown in the second half.
Cleaned up
And
the
then
mess.
the next one was a touchdown in the
He
second half.
cleaned up his mess on those turnovers.
I mean, absolutely nothing. They couldn't do anything. South Carolina couldn't cover. They couldn't tackle. They couldn't do anything in the second half. I think that they thought the game was over at halftime. And they came out and absolutely blitzed them, man. And what's crazy is all they needed was one more point more than them. They shut South Carolina out in the second half, man, which is absolutely crazy. So you're looking at Texas A&M as a viable option, technically for the SEC title, right? But you're also looking at them as a national championship. Now they have a lot of things that they have to work on, right? Marcel Reed and those 2 interceptions in an extended playoff scenario, those 2 interceptions against a good team might sink you. So you got to clean that up a little bit. But for them to come back, this was such a good win for them. I would feel really good. I want to say at the end of the year when they play Texas, I would feel good about that matchup, right? And they didn't do it with the run game. Absolutely nothing from the run game. So, like I said, man, but when I say one of the key transfers to look out for is Nick Harper, right? He is a specimen at receiver. I think you clean up his route running and you make him use his body a little bit more, like trust his body because he's 6'5", 200 pounds, right? Use your body, like be able to create contact, down the field because you're that good and you're that big and you're that fast too. So if somebody gets him in the transfer portal, expect him to be like, if he can go to a good spot, I hate to say it, but if he goes to LSU under Lane Kiffin, wow, what the fuck, if he goes to a school that has really good receiving core, right, that would be nasty, right? So but Texas A&M choked this one. I mean, I take South Carolina.
That's a really bad look for Beamer.
Yeah,
like I know they just fired Shula, but like I know a lot of people are getting fired. I know it's probably not the most optimal thing, but I'd be lying if I'd said that I didn't think they were talking about it because there's no excuse, bro. There's no way you're up by 27 in dominant fashion, and then you completely let them flip the game over on like that's a fireable offense in my opinion. Like that's ugly, bro. I know A&M's really good, but like, come on, dude. Like you got to put your foot down.
I mean,
you literally just took your foot off the gas and put it in reverse.
if you fire James Franklin for losing technically for losing to Oregon, losing to Northwestern and UCLA, right? But after winning after damn near winning a Big Ten title and a national title in the same season, you most certainly can fire Beamer after giving up a 30-point lead
I
and
would
having won
personally.
anything. You know what I'm saying? So like that was just that was a disgusting performance in the second half, man. Like I don't know what, and it looked like they didn't know what to do. Like you said he was so excited coming out like before the second half, right? After that third quarter, and they got blitzed, right? They still were up. They still were up in the game, technically.
That was
So
bad, bro.
So I was like, dude, like he just looked lost out there, man. When a coach looks like that, it's rough, man. So see that Smooth. Speaking of Texas, man, you were talking about Texas, man. Boy, I tell you
Ugly.
who might have snuck into that Heisman conversation, man. Gunnar Stockton, man. Ever since the Alabama game, he's been dealing. Like he's been running for some yards, he's been passing for a lot of yards, man. And honestly, he's kind of opened up Georgia's offense a little bit, man.
They're not one
Uh,
dimensional.
yeah, like they use him in the run game. And I told you, man, when they were successful winning those national titles, man, Stetson Bennett's legs were a big part of that shit. All right. Dude might have not looked like the 5-star guy or whatever, but he was drafted in the NFL for a reason. He could throw, he's a scrappy dude, and he could run. He can scoop, man. And when I say having that type of quarterback for Georgia and under Kirby Smart is how their season is how they succeed, in my opinion. All right. You look at the success that he's had with those type of guys, and you look at the opposite effect with Carson Beck, who's not necessarily a runner, right? They need that type of thing to open up their offense, man. Because if you gotta commit to the quarterback running, that's dangerous. But you also got Frazier giving you 72 on the ground, right? So that's crazy. Arch Manning, had an okay game, but definitely not enough to beat
You
Georgia.
know what's crazy? I shared this earlier. Everybody rags on Franklin because he's like 1-15 against top 5 teams. Sark's 1-7. Like I think that's something we should be talking about. Like we've been hyping, and I have not been convinced. Yeah, you get some wins here and there, but like I knew Georgia was gonna win this game. Texas just ain't got it in them. Talent wise, yeah, but they just don't have that dog in them. Like they just don't. Not
I
this
agree.
year.
I agree, man. This year has been really, really bad for Texas, man. So, but Georgia gets to win here, man. And their playoff hopes are alive. Now, the conference championship vision is probably a little blurry because they are behind a few teams, but we'll see. Brandon Chris says it's been really, really good, but then really, really bad. Yeah,
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 something like that.
yeah. But this game was about to get real ugly for Georgia Tech. Haynes King's Heisman hopes were gonna be dashed if he lost this game.
Oh, they were gone. That was over with.
Yeah. Like everything would have went out the window for Georgia Tech in this game. The conference title would have went out the would have went out the window. Crazy work here, man. Absolutely crazy, man. Yeah, they should have, man, but
Hey, they found a way to win.
they found a way to win, man. And being a scrappy, and this was actually one of Haynes King's best passing
And that's
performance.
that's a Brent Key coach team. Got kind of like let them up early, but came up clutch, being physical and just out coached and outplayed them at the end. Like
Yeah,
that's
man. I
their
mean,
style of game.
600 yards of total offense, man. Like that's scary. that is absolutely insane production, man. But defensively, Georgia Tech has an issue. This is not the first time that they've given up 500 yards. You remember the NC State game? They gave up about almost 600 yards in that game as well. So,
Hey, I think they
hey
still make the
man,
playoffs. I mean, hey, Chiefs are always in the Super Bowl, so hey, maybe that's a good sign for the Yellow Jackets.
hey man, and people are paying attention to Brent Key, man. All right, like he's on a lot of lists
I don't think
for
he's
some
going
big
up there.
jobs.
I don't think he wants to leave, to be honest with you.
I don't think so either, man. But you
But
know
I mean,
what?
you still listen though.
Money talks, and sometimes that financial security speaks a lot different than just being where you at. I don't want to see him leave because Georgia Tech's a really good spot, man. There's so many good kids in the state of Georgia in that Atlanta area alone, you know? So if he can steal some of that talent and bring it into Georgia Tech and really be like, hey, Georgia Tech's a really good spot. You don't have to go to Athens, you don't have to go to South Carolina. You can stay right here at home and have some fun,
And you can actually play.
Yeah, you can play, man. So, like I said, I think it's a really good win. Now, for Boston College, man, look, this was kind of your swan song, right? If you, if you would have won this game, you could be like, you know what? Yeah, we sucked this season, but you know what? We beat Georgia
Georgia
Tech.
Tech. Yep.
We beat Georgia Tech. You
That's
know,
good enough for me. That's good enough
yeah,
for my being bowl eligible.
we spoiled their season. You could have the Auburn mindset. Yeah, we suck and we fired our coach, but damn it, we got Alabama, bro. Like I swear, I hear people saying that all the time, man. Nah, bro, I can't agree with you. I can't agree with you, Vandy Chris. Like you can be in close games, right? But it also takes talent as well. So I think them being in close games says more about the ACC than them being close to being good, in my opinion, right? Because they weren't good last year for real. Like they was like what 6, 7 wins or something like that. So they weren't that good, right? And then to be this bad to take a big step back kind of shows how far they are away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if that was more so Castellanos at quarterback last year, right? He just wasn't a fit. Obviously, I told you Bill O'Brien doesn't like running quarterbacks too well.
He's old school.
Old school, right? But I will say their season kind of went down the drain when Lornigan got hurt, right? Because like I said, he was supposed to come in and play, because earlier they played pretty good. They did lose some close games, but after he went out, that was it. But there's a they're gonna tank the rest of the season, bro. This is over. Really bad, really bad, man. But Georgia Tech wins, and this helps their playoff chances tremendously. All right, speaking of the ACC, man. All right, so we know Boston College is down there. Syracuse has had a quarterback issue. Their quarterback was knocked out
Ricky
like
Collins, yeah.
Yeah, he was knocked out like 4 weeks ago, so they've just been kind of bad. Florida State is actually fighting for a bowl game, so
Hey, bro,
they're
look at me. North Carolina has had a resurgence as of late. I don't know if you've noticed, but they've been playing a lot better. I'm not saying obviously they're not in the picture, but they're fighting for bowl eligibility. Like they've been looking a lot better. Bill Belichick's is like, look, bro, we're do your job. And if you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. Like we're here to win games.
Yeah, man, and people say that's a bad approach.
Nah, he's strictly business.
It's strictly business.
Kids know what they're getting when they signed on for that. You know what I mean?
Man. And then what's crazy is they're paying players, so it's really just business. So if you're not playing good, guess what? You ain't gonna play. Sorry, I'm paying.
Ain't heard nothing about homie's girlfriend. He must have kicked her out or something. He must have kicked out the freaking sidelines or something. Because I ain't heard nothing about her in a while.
They probably like, man, you talk too much.
But hey, just go play with your Barbie dolls or something, okay? Like,
They did. Chris said they were pissed off and scored again. Hey, but that's Wake Forest for you, man. Like I said, Wake Forest has been kind of henpecked this season by Robbie Ashford. Once they get
He's
another,
ass, bro. Why is he still hanging around? Why is he there? He does not fit the archetype of what they run. Like, what is he doing there? Like, I get it. Maybe it was
something's
slim
working though.
pickings.
Something's working because Wake Forest is 7-3 this season. So
They're always respectable, though. They're
yeah,
always
I
that
agree.
coach has been there a while too. So
Yeah. So I mean, so if you're looking at the standings, man, Pittsburgh is still kind of in it because they only got one conference loss, so the SMU and everything. So Virginia is still in it as well.
Virginia
So
and
right,
Georgia Tech, I think they play each other, don't they? I know we went over a bunch of the. I think we went through like the top 3 or 4 teams last week.
I don't think so. I think Georgia Tech plays Virginia Tech, but I don't think they play Virginia.
No, all they got left is Pittsburgh, and then they play Georgia, and both of those are home games. That's a huge deal. That I don't know how they finesse that.
Yeah, but here's my thing though. Like Pittsburgh actually might win that game, bro. Like because you heard the coach. He was like somebody asked him about, "Are you worried about Notre Dame?" He was like, "No." And you would think like, "Oh, that's an arrogant answer," but he was like, "No, they're not in our conference, so I'm not really worried about that game. I'm more worried about the conference games, right?" And what's crazy is he's right. He was right to feel that way. Because if they beat Georgia Tech, they're number one in the conference, right? And Georgia's kind of in a
I think they,
weird spot. Georgia Tech's in a weird spot because they don't have another conference game after that.
well, yeah,
So
the last 2 games. So it's like if you beat Pittsburgh and you lose to Georgia, you're still in
yeah.
because Georgia's out of conference. I mean, you would like to have a win like that because that would look really good. But if you would have asked me a month ago, I think we talked about this. If you would have asked me a month ago how I feel about Georgia Tech and Georgia, I'm like, man, I feel pretty good. Like, I don't know if they win, but they definitely have a shot. But the thing that kind of worries me now is Georgia's kind of found their identity offensively. And that's scary for Georgia Tech. They play scrappy and they're well coached, but I don't know. I think they can beat Pitt, but I don't know if they're beating Georgia. I would love to see it though.
Well, Vandy Chris, man, he balling, man. Like that quarterback is absolutely insane, right? And when you look at
That's not even
Georgia Tech
Holstein. That's
defense,
not even Eli Holstein. That's the other dude. He's
yeah,
been
that's what
playing.
I'm saying. So when you look at Georgia Tech's defense, man, they've got this season. Like for real. They almost got beat up by who was that? We just talked about it. Boston College.
They got
And they
beat by
got beat by
NC State.
NC State, right? So if they really air it out a little bit, it's not gonna be as easy as they think, man. So that's really a good game to watch, man. Like I said, and Virginia's got Virginia Tech at the end of the season, I believe. So they should beat them anyway, right? Because they're looking for a new coach and everything. So bowl season should be interesting for the ACC, man. I think they're gonna try to win all them games.
I like it though because it's like what we said about the Big 12. Like it's all over the place.
Yeah. But ACC is gonna be fun, man, down the stretch. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we gotta talk about Michigan surviving Northwestern.
Yeah, how about let's talk about y'all team. Since y'all want to sit there and talk about Big 10 SEC. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Why does Louisville start? Well, because Louisville just does that, Chris. I don't know. They just they got like good teams, and then they just kind of do it. And then see that Salute says, "I'm not proud of this game," and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. But here's some good takeaways for you. All right. One thing that you should be happy about is the fact that y'all put up 400, almost 500 yards of offense. All right. Right. That's a good takeaway as y'all move forward to as y'all move forward to that clash at the end of the season with Ohio State, right? You're gonna have to put up some numbers, right? The second thing, your penalties have to be down like this. You can't be like that, right? And time of possession, you got to win that, right? Those are some key takeaways from this game that you should be happy about. Y'all were disciplined. Y'all held the ball like you were supposed to, and you put up 500 yards of offense. All right, you should be happy about that. Now, what you shouldn't be happy about is Underwood with 2 interceptions. All right, you can't have it. Right?
Look at the other quarterback's completion percentage, and you almost lost.
Like, you can't.
What are we doing?
You can't have that. You can't have that at all, man. You gotta fix that. All right. Them turnovers. Most certainly you have to fix that going into Ohio State. All right. You can't have that. Now, I personally believe I want y'all to win because I actually want to see what Ohio State looks like taking a loss. Right. Now, I really don't want y'all to win because I really want that Indiana Ohio State matchup in the Big Ten title game, right? It just felt nasty having Oregon in the Big Ten title game year one. We got to get back to the Big Ten teams representing in the conference championship. So I kind of want that matchup for real. But Indiana versus Michigan is really an intriguing matchup for the Big Ten title game should we get there.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not convinced that y'all beat Ohio State.
Yeah, man. Like, y'all would have
the other years, yeah, but like
y'all would have to really, really, really ugly that game up, bro.
No, y'all would have to play smash mouth defense and not turn the ball over like you did in this game.
You can't. You can't. You can't give Ohio State more possessions than they already gonna have. Okay, you can't do it. Like that's just not good. Then Chris says they moved.
I love the fact they play Wrigley.
Yeah, I do too.
Cool. I thought,
I thought
Wrigley
cool.
Field, that's sick.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool.
Let's go play a game at like an older state. Let's go play at the Polo Grounds or something.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Looking like a 1950s NFL
I swear, I'd be
game.
so about it. Oh my gosh, it's hella outdated. Like, come on, bro. Put seats back in the Astrodome. Let's go.
Yeah, for real. For real. Shit, Houston could play in that motherfucker.
Freaking love Astrodome. What? Yeah. I don't like y'all chances as much as I appreciate your optimism, but I don't see it this year, bro. I've seen it the last 2 years, but not this one.
All right. So in an alternate universe, right? I could see UCF's quarterback in the Heisman conversation.
Oh, USF, yeah.
He's really good.
He is.
We ain't in this alternate universe, okay? So their group of 5 chances have now gone out of the window, right? With this loss to the Navy, it sucks.
Kind of knocks them out, yeah.
It sucks for them. Now, for Navy, still keeps the door open. They will have to win the American, which they are currently, I want to say, second now, and they have a clash with North Texas, right? So it should be fun. It should be fun. But I feel like I picked Navy in this one. I feel like I did.
I picked USF. I wanted them to
Navy in this one because I was thinking like Navy was gonna keep the ball, right? But against USF, it's not that big a deal.
No, because they scored quick. They dropped 38 and they had like 11 minutes left.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it looked like, like, oh my God, they really grounded and pounded, but it's not like that. No.
Quarterback freaking threw for over 300 yards and ran for almost $150. Like, yeah, they should have won this game. He earned that, bro. He earned that. Like, come on, bro. And he only threw 1 pick. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, this was a tough loss, man. But it does set up more than likely Navy and North Texas in the American title game, right? I still think Tulane has a chance, but it take a little bit. Take a
They're gonna
little
need
bit.
some dominoes to fall.
Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting. I just want to see North Texas in the championship game, bro. Because if we can do that and put North Texas in the playoff, shit, never know. I'm telling you, spread offenses are tough to defend, bro. Especially if you got a good trigger man. All right. If you got a good quarterback and a spread offense, you can do damage all the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So now you'll say, yo, Cam, why would you put Kentucky on this thing and they just played Tennessee Tech?
It was close early though.
For one, Tennessee Tech's gonna be good in the FCS playoffs. All right. Watch the fuck out. All right. Secondly, Kentucky's won 3 games in a row. So all y'all talking about, oh man, fire Stoops. He ain't going out of damn where.
No,
all
one
right?
because of that bio that you were talking about, and two because he
Yeah.
always does this.
Yeah. So for one, he has his pulse on his team, right? So he knows exactly what they need and what they need to hear, right? So we'll start with Texas Tech. All right. Texas Tech should be good in the FCS playoffs, man.
Texas
So
Tech, huh?
I mean, my bad. Tennessee Tech, my bad. It's been a long day, so my bad.
I understand.
But Tennessee Tech, man, which they got a really good logo. That looked like Dipset back in the day with them birds and shit. But they should be all right, man. They really, really good. And I actually thought they actually might win this game because they really good, man. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you this, bro. If they win, I do not want to hear excuses or nothing.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You say, and then what gets me is you're doing it in all caps, dog. Like there's zero chance. Like we play in the craziest conference in the nation. Anything can happen, bro. So
Anything,
if I turn the TV on and y'all freaking going down the stretch and Kentucky got the ball at the lead, I don't know, bro.
And so did the Jets. Get out of here. Get out of here, touchdown, True. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, Mr. Jets fan.
Yeah, so did the Jets. Like we said, every week.
You cannot transfer. No.
Yeah, you can't transfer that. You were like, what, 0-4 coming into this week, betting against Alabama.
Both of y'all.
Yeah, like, dude, you're 0-4 coming into this week, bro.
Dude, you're like what you're doing.
You don't get to do no victory lap after being 0-4.
That's like how we were. Remember a couple years ago when we kept betting against the Chiefs, and we just kept losing over. And that's exactly what I don't know what the beef is with Bama, but
yeah, like that's not the same thing. Like he
didn't expect it. We literally called it to you last week, bro.
Yeah, we said it. Like, dude, this game might not be close. And Georgia they did exactly what we thought they was gonna do. Like they really could have made it a whole lot worse. but yeah, go back to Kentucky, man. So Kentucky, man, they got a tough game at Vandy, and they finished the season against Louisville. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I like their chances against Vandy. Just being that they both ugly teams,
pushing our chips in on Kentucky.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying. This momentum's kind of crazy, dog. Like they won 3 games in a row.
Who they about to get what bowl eligibility?
Yeah, like you can feel that
in Nashville, huh, bro? That's ugly.
Yeah, man. That's rough. That's rough.
You can't tell me you beat Missouri and LSU, but Mark Stoops giving you a big fat L.
Yeah. Yeah. They gonna give Mark Stoops a motherfucking extension again. All right. So speaking of that game, I think we both pick at Kentucky at this.
I like Vandy. I really do. I've been watching them a lot this year. I like what they're doing. But bro, you can't deny they fired those. Oh, see, now you just pushed me. See, I was on the fence. Like I was literally on the fence. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give you the nod here. But now that you say that, yeah, Mark Stoops and crew, bro, they gonna go into
Yeah.
Trashville and get the dub, bro.
Yeah, man. And then if they fire the whole damn staff, now you're gonna let Clark Lee go build Penn State? No, that's not what you want, Chris.
Dog. I mean, it could be worse, bro. It could be a lot worse. Y'all could be losing to like a team like Mississippi State was last year. Like a team like that. Like horrible. Papa Pavi is gonna show Texas how to actually beat Kentucky the right way.
Oh man, he gonna be right in the way. That's when he gonna be. Kentucky crazy. I got Kentucky in this one, man. I just think they're on a run right now.
Give me Mark Stoops and the crew, boy. Give me the
Yeah.
Wildcats, boy. Go blue.
Yeah, man. This is crazy, bro. They were dead to Rice like 3 weeks ago.
Shit, now they're alive.
Yeah, like
he gonna get another 3-4 year extension off of this season alone.
Yeah, bro. Like that's crazy, bro.
I can't believe picking Kentucky. That's so crazy.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about Pitt and Georgia Tech, man. So yeah, this game is gonna be pretty good, man. This has major conference championship implications, man.
Playoffs
So,
too.
all right, you pick first. Because I really don't know.
I like what Pitt can do. I like what Georgia Tech can do. Now, Pittsburgh didn't really fare that great against Notre Dame. Georgia Tech's a lot different. But I think Georgia Tech, like, barely squeaking out against Boston College. I've got to imagine that light switch goes off. It's like, okay, like, we can't allow these teams to hang in there with us. It's not going to get any easier down here. I think they cut back on the mistakes. I think they put the foot on the gas. I think Georgia Tech wins this game.
I'm going Georgia Tech as well, but I'm also going to bring up that Haynes King has the best opportunity to win the Heisman out of anybody
in these last 2 games.
Last 3.
Yeah, if he makes the conference championship,
yeah, like he has the best opportunity.
He plays lights out. If he wins these next 2 and balls out in the conference championship game, I'd give it to him at that point.
I'd give it to him, yeah, because he's already close or past 1,000 yards rushing. He's pretty close to it.
Let's see.
But I know he's got 10. I know he's got 10 plus rushing touchdowns, right? So typically, for a quarterback that is a dual threat guy to win, you have to have at least 20 passing and 20 rushing. That's kind of been the standard, right? Cam Newton did it. Kyler Murray did it. And I want to say Lamar Jackson did it as well, right? The dual threat guy. Don't get me wrong.
So this year, passing, so this year he's completing 72.7% of his passes.
Yep.
He's got 2,200 yards passing, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But he's averaging 5.5 yards a carry.
Yep.
807 yards and 14 touchdowns, bro. You cannot ignore that, bro.
Nope.
You cannot. Like, that's nuts. Like, I know the passing yards numbers don't, but like he literally controls the game itself.
Yeah.
Like,
so
literally.
So a good game against Pitt, a good game against Georgia, right? And a good game in the conference championship, you could be looking at your Heisman winner, right? So yeah, I'll be paying attention, dog. I'm just saying, pay attention to Haynes King in these next 3 games that he has, man. If he balls out, Georgia Tech's gonna have another Heisman winner. And I think they've only had maybe none. He might be the first. So we'll see. But I got Georgia Tech in this one as well. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. You know we gotta do our Hawaii glaze as Touchdown Troop always says, man. But I think this is I'm not necessarily sure, but I think because Boise State lost and San Diego State won, it still didn't change nothing for real.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last week.
Yeah, it didn't really change nothing because Hawaii lost to Fresno State and shit, so they're kind of behind them. Now, if somebody else takes a loss, then it might be a little interesting, but I think the Mountain West title dreams are kind of done with that San Jose loss. So But I really want to see what they can do against UNLV. UNLV is pretty good. Dan Mullen's done a good job there. But I do like their quarterback. He's just really young. That's all. He's a freshman.
Him and that receiver, bro.
Yeah.
Freaking Harris is a baller, dog.
Yeah.
Like every week he's going for like $120 or more. Like, give me the Rainbow Warriors, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to Rainbow Warriors too, man.
Give
This should
Hawaii.
be fun, man. Like I said, I really like. This is gonna be played at a Legion Field. That's why I put it in the background. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a nice setting. And I believe
they play at the Raiders. Yeah, they play in Vegas.
Yeah. So
that's nice. That's gonna be live as hell.
Yeah, so I do think that UNLV is moving to Legion Field permanently. I think this was the last season that they're playing at their home stadium. So watch out for UNLV moving forward as far as stealing transfer portal guys. You can't tell me you don't want to play in Las Vegas, bro. Like literally in Las Vegas, bro. Like that's a pretty good ass recruiting pitch, man. Like, hey, we play in the Legion Field, dog.
That's live.
Yeah, that's live, bro. All right, so we gotta talk about your boys, man. We gotta talk about your boys. Your boys got a tough matchup, man. This ain't easy. Okay. So hear me out. So I put this on here because I wanted to get your thoughts on this, right? So LSU had a really close win against Arkansas, right? It was a close game, tough down the stretch, right? But they got it done. Western Kentucky is not a team that you want to try and squeak by. All right. This is a team that has the quarterback that is the all-time passing leader in regular season history. All right. So they throw the ball around. Okay. Like they throw it around. So this ain't the game to be playing around in coverage and trying to do all of this, right? You gotta beat them. You gotta ugly this up and take some possessions away from them, right? Because if you turn the ball over and play reckless, you're gonna be in a shootout. And the way LSU's been playing this year, a shootout is not what you want to be in, all right? Obviously, we know the whole coaching scenario, right? We know that, right? But this ain't the game you want to be playing with, okay? This ain't the one. Y'all going to a bowl game. I would rather y'all go to not the Pop-Tart Bowl. Like let's go to something more established, like the Liberty Bowl or something. Let's go to something else, right? Well, if y'all lose this game, y'all most certainly going to the Minor Key Car Care Bowl. Let's not do that. All right. So I'm going LSU in this one. But I don't know, man.
Okay, so Western Kentucky, this defense is good. They forced like 3 or 4 turnovers against Arkansas. Arkansas can run, they can throw. I think the secondary will be fine. I don't have any issues with that. What I saw last week is that they finally freaking woke up. Atkins really opened the playbook up a bit. And they got a lot of different guys involved. They were moving the ball around, running the ball, getting their backs involved in the pass game. I think they win. I think LSU wins by a couple touchdowns. I think Western Kentucky can score, but LSU's got a really good defense. They held Arkansas to like 20 points or so. Like probably could have been even less. Yeah, I think LSU wins. Not convincingly. They don't blow them out, but they win by a couple touchdowns.
All right, man. That's not true. There's some good games this week. Touchdown true. There's some really good games in college football next week. All right, let's get into it. I believe this is next is the NFL shit. All right, let's run that commercial, man, and we'll be right back after this.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like that album cover, Volume 3. I kind of like it now.
You
Like,
like it?
at first, I was like, man, this is kind of
He was like, "Why
cheesy.
you use that one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like it. It fit perfect." And it's not like I don't know. I like it though.
Yeah, I kind of warmed up to it because, like I said, I didn't really like that one because I was like, I felt like I rushed it for real because there's a lot of throwaway songs for real. But I wanted a third version of like the football frame of mind music, you know. So I was like, all right, well, let's just do it, you know. But then I was like, all right, well, I got some shit, so let's just see. So, but then I listened to it like the last few days, and I was like, you know what, it's actually not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad. So, like I said, y'all be on the lookout, man. So I know y'all be busy eating and watching football on Thanksgiving, right? But check out Volume 4 dropping on the 24th.
That's
All
the
right.
commissioner, yo.
No, no, don't spoil it, man. God damn.
They don't know. They don't know.
Yes, they do now.
They
Nah,
don't know.
but
They gonna forget. It's okay.
yeah, they're gonna be in a food coma anyway.
That's Christmas. Never mind.
Yeah, but like I said, man, volume 4 comes out Thanksgiving. So y'all check that out. It's gonna be cool, man. I got some cool vibes on there. Y'all gonna like if y'all heard the first iteration of the playoff chase, y'all gonna definitely like part 2, which is on volume 4. All right. So y'all keep a lookout on that, man. But y'all gonna like December 1st, man. I tell you, y'all gonna like that a lot. But nonetheless, man, let's get to this NFL content, man. Like I said, we blazing through the show, man. It's gonna be a short show for real. Just cause, like I said, Brandon ain't feeling at the best, and neither am I for real. So
Bro,
we
so
going through this.
like, what got one? What got into Bryce Young? And two, why do the Falcons keep doing this to their fans? It's so abusive. It's so bad. Why do y'all keep doing this?
This is ass, bro.
And
I
then y'all was in
told
a
you.
different country too. I think was this in Madrid or no? This wasn't the Madrid game.
Nah,
That was the Miami game.
Miami was in Madrid.
Yeah, I watched some of that one.
Falcons, the Falcons last week was in Berlin, and they
Yeah,
still got beat.
gross.
So, all right. So here's my thing, man. All right. So when Arthur Blank was upset at them drafting Michael Penix, I kind of see why, man. All right. So I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. All right. If it's the scheme or whatever, right? But I've seen Michael Penix in two different lights, right? I've seen him throw 40 times and it still not look good, right? So I thought it was just let him air it out and it still didn't look good. So I've seen him do this as well, the 16 to 21 pass attempts, and that still doesn't look very good, right? So I'm just convinced that, man, he's just gonna be kind of an average quarterback. I don't think no matter what you do with him in terms of scheme, he's gonna look any better than what he does. All right. So then we shift focus to the Falcons, right? So you found your running back for the future in Dowdle, all right? Give him an extension, sign him right now, whatever you have to do. Make sure he's your running back going in for the next few years, all right? He's done a good job, right? And I think you've seen enough under Bryce Young now to understand that he's the quarterback that you need. Now you don't need to go anywhere else and get the guy, right? You supplied him with a good offensive line now. He has time to throw. Guess what that looks like? Bryce Young looks pretty good when you give him some time, right? Can't see him behind the line, but when that ball comes out, it's coming out hot, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So you seen T Mac, man, all right? You seen T Mac, man. He's looking like a top 10 draft pick. All right. Like, I don't think that was the problem at all. I just think I felt like going into the draft, they needed a space eater, right? But they also needed a number one, a true number one. All right. And that's what they got, man. And you seen this was his coming out party. 8 for 130 and 2 tutties. Yeah, he's arrived. And he's one of those receivers that you're gonna have to look out for as the Panthers continue to build, man. I feel like this was a good win for them, not necessarily because they won, but because they won in overtime, right? Usually you get a team that's trying to build something and they still don't know how to win yet, right? But the Panthers have won a few games this year, nail biters, right? It's kind of Bryce Young's first complete game, in my opinion. Like multiple touchdowns, no interceptions, solid completion percentage, and almost 500 yards. But
Mhm.
definitely got a game ball, in my opinion. All right. So, like I said, so this game is more so the Falcons, right? So here's my thing. This is why this season is becoming a little bit worrying for the Falcons. All right. So now you're entering into where your season is really becoming bad. All right. Like where you're losing games and you don't have your first round pick. All right. So now this pick is looking real good for the Rams, right? A team that's already good.
Mhm.
So here's my thing. So when you look at this scenario for the Rams, right? Their draft pick situation going into the draft, right? This is like having a good team and adding like Magic Johnson to it. Like that's crazy. We already good. Now we got the best point guard ever. Like you got Matthew Stafford playing really, really good. Like, what are we doing? Matthew Stafford looked like he in his 20s again.
Dude's never had an All Pro. Never had an All Pro, which is crazy to me.
Well, he might get it this year because
He's doing good.
he leading the league in passing touchdowns and everything. So this season is becoming really bad and really worse as it keeps going on for the Falcons, man. So I don't know what they do, like, but this is bad, man. Like, and their metrics aren't terrible. That's the thing. Like, you could win with 300 yards of offense. You know what I'm saying? But you can't win giving up 500 though. Like, that's crazy. You know. So I don't know, but this is becoming worse for the Falcons, man. I think if they don't do anything else, which they probably won't, I think they might fire everybody. All right. So let's talk about your Patriots, man. So your Patriots are number one in the AFC East. Drake May with another solid performance. Me and Andrew were on a stream one time and we talked about Drake May a little bit after that game, right? And we were sitting there and said, man, we both said the same thing like his rookie year. He looked like he got it.
He just gets it.
Yeah, like there's a time and place for yeah.
Bro. Just dude, come on, bro. It's okay. Embrace, like how Cam was in the army. Embrace the suck, bro.
Embrace the suck, man.
Embrace the suck. Your
Like,
owner's a dummy. You know, he's probably getting scooped up in them Epstein files, so maybe I'll get a new owner or something, you know, and then y'all be okay.
Yeah.
But
like,
don't try to switch up when y'all actually get good. I don't care. I can't tell you when that's gonna happen.
Y'all just got a hard reset, man. But I
hard
will tell you,
the word.
Like I will tell you, this ain't Justin Fields' fault, man. So all of that talk about Justin Fields and oh he ain't that good and everything, nah, bro. Y'all can win with Justin Fields. Y'all just need to help him out. He need an offensive line. He needs some running backs, man. He needs something. Like that's ass. If you go into this draft and just draft another quarterback, bro, you are causing really detrimental damage to your team, bro. Like you don't need another quarterback. What y'all need is start building up that defensive line and that offensive line.
Yeah, well, they traded it to they got a shit ton of draft picks. You know, you traded your two cornerstones on defense. I wonder what you're gonna replace them with.
Nah, bro.
Bro, we know, bro. You can't finagle out of this one, bro. You can't. You can't.
No, that's like me. That's like me saying that I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, bro. At the beginning of the podcast, and they'd be like, "Nah, bro. I'm not. I'm a Chiefs fan now." No, once you
we don't play that. We don't play that.
Once you say the team you like, you gotta go with the good and the bad.
And you see,
like when our teams have been bad all season,
and when our teams start to suck, we don't go nowhere. I got used to winning. And we sucked for like 3 years, dog. That was more than an ample opportunity to try to make an excuse, but I didn't.
Yeah. So, and for me, I ain't never had a quarterback. So when I got Joe Flacco and we start winning, you couldn't tell me shit. And then we got Lamar Jackson. He ain't necessarily won, but we've been winning a lot of ball games. You can't tell me shit. I mean, that goes in all sports, man. Like the Cardinals in baseball, the Yankees. Like the Yankees ain't won a championship since 2009. My Cardinals ain't won a championship since 2011.
And
And
David
you see,
Ortiz says, when David Ortiz says, the Yankees lose.
hey, that was funny,
The
bro.
Yankees lose.
Oh my god, that was so funny, bro. And what was more funny about it was Vlad, bro. Vlad Jr. was like he already knew what to say. He was like, the Yankees lose. I was like, that was kind of funny, man. Everybody was mad about that shit, but I wasn't. That shit was funny as hell. I was like, because we did lose. Fuck y'all mad for? We suck. But nah, like I said, Cardinals ain't won shit. My Lakers ain't won no title since 2020, bro. And motherfuckers say that don't count. So whoever you talk about, I don't know, man.
See what happened was.
Shit, man, my Blues ain't won no hockey championships since 19.
Okay, the Bruins ain't won in over a decade either.
That's true. That's true. That's true, man. Shit. But I mean, I don't know, man. But Patriots get the win here, man. And they're gonna be all right, man. Like I said, it's one of those teams. Stephon Diggs look like he got a lot of game left, man. He's still the reception leader like he was in Buffalo. Like he still got some juice, man. Like
they got a very underrated core too. Him with
Butte. He got a lot of juice other places too, but
yeah, he do, unfortunately.
he got that loose juice, right?
Hey, you remember years ago when they had that thing when he was in Minnesota and they would go around saying, hey, like who's one person on the team you would never let date your sister? And everybody said him. And since then it's become very obvious as to why everybody said that.
The man gets busy, bro.
Everybody, bro. Not one person didn't say him. You're like, nah, Diggs. What? No, Diggs.
Nah,
what?
Diggs.
Diggs. What
Definitely
you mean?
Diggs. They asked Aaron Jones, right? He's like the old person on the thing. He's like, definitely Diggs. I was like, damn, that was fast. But yeah, dude be on demon time. Hey, ain't nobody safe. Let's just say that.
You're right.
But I guess congratulations to him and Cardi B because I guess she just had the kid not too long ago. But whatever, man.
Hey, we 9-2. 9-2 and Buffalo 7-3. So things are going back to normal. You know, we're starting to kind of put Buffalo back in their place. You know, they got a little hype for a little while, and now we're kind of easing them back to their spot on the shelf, you know?
Yeah, man, because Josh Allen was on that, like, Tom Brady shit where everybody was kind of bad in the division. So you just kind of beat up on them all year. So it's like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They suck.
No, Mike Vrabel's like, yeah, hold my beer, watch this.
Yeah, watch this. All right, so my Ravens get the win, man. Back to 500 after a tough start to the season, bro. That was bad. But Myles Garrett might be defensive player of the year, bro. He had 5 sacks last week and 4 sacks this week. Like, the fuck is up with him?
Told you, bro. You put the Bengals offense with this defense, they unstoppable.
Man, this guy is literally like, yo.
And he's what, 30 plus now, yeah?
Huh?
Myles Garrett's 30 plus now, yeah?
I don't know. Let me see.
Let's see.
Man, it gotta be like
29.
Oh shit, yeah, I thought he was close to 30.
I thought he was like 31, 32.
Yeah, nah, he's 39. Or 29, should I say. 29. God damn. He'd be 30 29th of December, so he's good, man. God damn. But he's on the run, man. He might win defensive player again. And with the Browns being bad, this might be one of those times where dude just too damn dominant and it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You can't not give it to him, you know. So all right, so Ravens get the win, not the craziest fashion, but I think it showed more about where the Browns are organizationally than anything. You put Shador Sanders in there, right? Okay, everybody's gonna say, well, Dylan Gabriel played pretty good before he got a concussion. And I'm like, dude, hell no. He did not play good. He ain't been playing good all season, right? And then you throw Shador Sanders in there and you expect him to get you a win, right? And you could look at it and be like, oh, well, Shador didn't play that well. You try to come in and win a game with a team that's hungry to get to 500, chasing after you. Your offensive line is ass. You got some weapons at receiver, but you don't have no time to get it to them. You can't run the ball because your offensive line is ass, right? You got so many problems on offense that you can't do anything, right? It don't matter if you put Joe Flacco like you had. It don't matter. You can't win. Exactly, touchdown truth. You cannot win if your offensive line doesn't block, man. Now, I'll break it down into a smaller molecule, right, for y'all. Shador Sanders looked good in plays. If we're looking at play for play, not just like the whole drive or whatever, right? When he came in, there were a couple good throws he made right on time, right? He had time, he threw it, right? Even on that last drive, he had a couple good throws. He had a clean pocket and he threw it in the window, right? And you were thinking, like, okay, we might do something, but it's the creativity and the offensive line that are hurting them, right? I personally think they would have more wins if they would have started the season with Shador Sanders, quite frankly. Because when you look at Dylan Gabriel, he is not going to throw the ball downfield. It's a reason why he has 7 completions and only 68 yards. He's a check down monster. That's what he does. He throws it short. You don't do the issue, right? You can't win like that. You gotta press the issue on defense. You gotta make the defense respect the fact that you can throw the ball downfield. That is not what he does, right? So it'll be anxious to see moving forward what they do. Now, we've seen on occasion a couple times with the Cleveland Browns, they will rush somebody back with a concussion. We've seen it before. You've seen it with Colt McCoy when James Harrison knocked his ass out, and then the next game they put his ass back in there because why? The backup quarterback was better, and they didn't want to do that, right? So this is kind of what the Browns do. Hopefully they don't do that to Dylan Gabriel. They take it serious and not do that to him. But the Browns are ass, and that's their ass organization. And I've seen Stefanski talking to Shador Sanders before that drive, right? And I really wanted to go into Shador's body and tell Stefanski, if you don't get the fuck away from me, don't talk to me. All right. You put me in this situation and I'm struggling. Get the fuck away from me right now. Don't talk to me. And then I'll come back on the podcast and be like, all right, we cool. Right? Because no way you can talk to me and understand and put me through all of this stuff, right? Like all of this kind of embarrassment, bro. I'm better than fucking Gabriel. You know it, right? But you also know this team is ass. It's ass, bro. There's no offensive plan. There's no offensive. It looked like they just literally said, all right, offense, going out there and try to score some points today. There's absolutely no type of gel or system on offense for them, man. They literally, I was watching the game, man, and Charles Davis who is like the play-by-play on Madden, right? So that voice that you hear all the time, he's on there, right? And he was like, the blueprint is out there for attacking the Browns offense. Blitz them until they figure out a way to stop it. And I was like, damn, that's real shit. They cannot do anything. They can't protect the quarterback, bro. And when you can't protect your golden goose, you in trouble. All right. So Ravens back to 500. They got some really good games coming up. They got some good games. They got
Let's talk.
Cleveland. Oh, they got Cleveland. They got I want to say they got some winnable games coming up, right? So going into Pittsburgh, I think that first matchup against Pittsburgh for the season, we could be 7-5, right? And back into the playoff conversation, right? And then we got those 2 games against Pittsburgh. So that should be fun. But let's
talk about Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, let's talk about Jacoby Brissett.
Like, what is going on?
From NC State, right? What the fuck, man? All right. So it's a couple things in this game that are like pretty head scratching. Okay. One, Jacoby Brissett goes for almost 500 yards passing.
Look at how many passes, bro.
57.
That's insane, bro. What is this? Texas Tech in 08? Like, what are we doing?
Like, he is balling, bro. He was balling ever since he took over as the starting quarterback for the Panthers. Not the Panthers. God damn it. I'm thinking about the Panthers. For the Cardinals, their offense has looked really a lot more explosive, right? Mm-hmm. So you can look at the score and be like, oh, well, the 49ers got their ass. They beat the shit out of the Cardinals, right? But no.
Mm-mm.
Are you serious? What are you smoking?
He was good win. Just trying to understand.
Oh, okay. I was like, yo, you good with Kyler Murray? I don't know about that one. But
he on the way out, bro.
Yeah, that's spirit. He gonna play baseball, bro. The A's are getting good, so they still got his draft rights for baseball.
Just the Athletics. Just the Athletics. No Oakland, no nothing.
Yeah, just the Athletics, man.
That's so trash.
Yeah, that's ass as fuck, man. But that's so stupid. Like, and they just have like, dude. And what's crazy about the A's organization is they've moved all the time. They were the Philadelphia A's throughout the early.
Oakland can't keep nothing nice though.
Man, but seriously, they've moved from Philadelphia to Kansas City to Oakland, now Sacramento, and then the ultimate goal is to move to Las Vegas, right?
The Las Vegas A's sounds so ass, bro.
Yeah, that's
like, what is that?
That sounds so. I mean, but this ain't a baseball show, so we ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole, man. But all right, so a couple scenarios in this game that really kind of just is wild to me. All right. So Purdy comes back, right, after Mac Jones gets them to basically a 7-4 record, basically. Right. So Purdy comes back and everybody's like, oh, well, there was a quarterback controversy. I'm like, dude, not if you're paying the starter $200 million.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have given that big extension, then no.
Yeah, like they wouldn't have given it to him if there was a quarterback controversy. Now, for Mac Jones, he just made him a lot of money in the offseason. He gonna get him a nice 2-3 year deal with somebody, you know. So that's really cool, right? So then you look at Jacoby Brissett, right? So if you just say, just for the hell of it, right? Because I believe Kyler Murray is on the injured reserve, right? Mm-hmm. So he's not coming back for at least 4 weeks, right? So if you just say in the offseason, man, I like what Jacoby Brissett's doing. We need to build an offense around that. Just let him throw the ball 50 times a game, run when we can. Maybe we can actually win some games, man. I don't know. I've seen Jacoby Brissett as a starter, and it's not necessarily the best look, right? But Jacoby Brissett as a backup be looking like prime fucking Aaron Rodgers sometimes. So I don't really know what you're getting sometimes, man. But I will say having 500 yards today, man, is crazy work, man. All right. Now, Look at these penalties, dog. 17 for 130 yards. All right.
That's so undisciplined.
Like that's like jumping off sides on purpose.
Like
It's
every
like
play.
that's like holding on purpose, man. But they dominated time of possession. Were good on third down, and they just turned the ball over just a little bit too much, man. But I feel like they could have won this game, man, just with a little bit more discipline. I would love to know how many like third downs became third down and longs because of penalties, you know? So I would love to see that. I'm gonna have to look at their what do you call it, their play chart, their drive summary to really see what happened, man. But man, 49ers, the NFC West is like crazy, man. The Niners are good, the Rams are good, and there's some other teams. The Seahawks are real good too, man. So that's a really good division, man. All right, let's get this thing. Let's get this thing, man. We almost done. We almost done with this. If it would go, but it ain't going nowhere. All right. All right, so man, the Bills get a nice win here, man. But I want to talk about the Bucks, man. So over the last 4 or 5 weeks, man, they played nothing but playoff teams, man. They've won some and they've lost some, right? It's a game of inches, right? So I really think the Bucks might be the team to beat, man. That's the matchup you don't want in the playoffs, man. Because they've played some tough teams, including Philly. I want to say the Lions. They played Buffalo now. Like they've played some tough teams, man, the last few weeks. And they are battle tested, man. So I don't want to play them. If I'm in the NFC, I don't want to play them in the playoffs, man. That goes for the Packers. That goes for anybody that wins the NFC West. Like you don't want to play them. They can run the ball. Baker's a competitor, so he's not going to give you a whole lot. So I like what they doing, man. I mean, shout out to Josh Allen. They definitely won, man. But this is
The turnovers,
interesting.
though, boy, they turned the ball over a lot.
Yeah, yeah, they did. They did. Both sides did actually. But you see this third down conversion rate, man, for the Buccaneers. That's scary. That's scary, man. 9 to 16. That's crazy, man.
Mm-mm.
So, like, I don't know, man, but I like the fact that the Bucks are looking like a pretty good team to beat, man. Like that's a tough thing. Now Buffalo, I don't know, man. Like I said, as long as you got Josh Allen, that's crazy. So speaking of the St. Louis Rams, right? They go to no, Tampa Bay comes to St. Louis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I personally like this matchup, right? Because the Rams are really good, man. You know, they got Torrey Holt, Marshall Falk. I'm sorry, I'm stuck in the 2000s. My bad.
Yeah, he just took Madden 03 out.
Exactly, man. So but seriously though, the Rams take on the Buccaneers, and this is like I said, the Buccaneers have been on a tough run, man. If they can come out of this and get this win, this will be good for them, right? But the Rams is on fire right now. Huh? 1 yard playing.
What you talking about? Oh, was he talking about he talking about when y'all played the Titans, maybe? In the Super Bowl? Is that what he's talking about? The Kevin Dyson play? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Dyson.
I'm always thinking about that shit. I don't know how the fuck that's the best tackle I've seen in my life.
Like, nope.
That was so. He just ran out of room, man.
Gotta love the effort, though.
Yeah, bro. He was trying to get that yard, bro.
That's a hell of a way to lose, bro.
Yeah, like literally. He tried to.
I know he gotta still be having nightmares about that.
Yeah, because he was so close, man. Because he rolled over the defender, so he was still kind of like up in the air. So he was like so close to reaching that shit over, man. That was
how
tough.
pissed would you have been?
Well, I was only like 5 or 6, so I wouldn't have been pissed until later. But
You still would have been pissed though.
Yeah, I've been pissed because bro, we was balling, bro. Oh my god, that season was crazy. Like you start off the season losing Trent Green in the preseason, right? So you thinking, well, we spent all this money on Trent Green. Trent Green's gonna be good, man. And then
Nope.
Rodney Harrison takes him out, and then Trent Green's done for the year, right? And then so you're
That's
mad.
when Rodney was in San Diego, yeah.
Yeah. So then you're looking at the situation, right? The quarterback situation, right? So you look at like when Trent Green went down, right? The first person that's pissed the fuck off is Isaac Bruce. All right. Isaac Bruce is so pissed off. He slams his helmet. He's mad as hell, right? But then Dick Vermeil calms everybody and comes out. Well, he says these words that stand out. He's like, Kurt Warner is our quarterback, and we're gonna ride with Kurt Warner, right? Now, everybody's like, who? at the time, right? Because you didn't really know his story. You just knew he was the backup quarterback, right? So,
Yep.
you know, you come off a season that was kind of bad, right? To be honest with you, it wasn't that good. You go from almost like worst to first, bro. Like Kurt Warner wins MVP and then doubles that with Super Bowl MVP, right? Having like literally the best season you could have for really your first year starting, man, right? You add Marshall Falk, I want to say, in the offseason, right? So that's crazy enough. You got these young players all over the field, including Dre Bly, who's a top 10 draft pick. I want to say you got a Heiser King, who's like one of the best returners at the time, right? At your slot. Ricky Pro, who's the best route runner. Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. That's all on offense, man. So imagine a defense trying to stop that. You got intermediate, you got short, you got long, you got Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt who can take the top off both sides of your defense. Then you got Marshall Falk out of the backfield, who's not only one like responsible for calling the the pass pro, right? He's that smart. He catches out the backfield and he runs for like 1,600 yards. Nasty work, bro. Nasty work. So that was just crazy, crazy storm, man. Like as a fan, I couldn't believe it. They beat the Rams in that Super Bowl. One, because my granny made me go to church. That was bad voodoo that day. Like once she said,
he's like, he's like, I don't want to go.
I want to go. I was like, you messing up the voodoo. I have to be there when the game starts.
Giving us bad juju.
Yeah, she gave me that bad juju, man. I went to church and I was like, yo, I gotta go. I was like, I gotta go. The game is starting. Like my grandpa, yeah, I know Pops, he was making chicken wings and everything. He had the whole spread. Yeah, everything. Chips, chicken wings, everything. It was all good. Yeah, all like orange soda and everything. It was perfect, right? But she made me go to church, and then we had to lose. No, seriously though. Seriously, the Patriots won that Super Bowl because they made it ugly. They made it ugly. That was an ugly
Adam
game.
Vinatieri won it.
Yeah, he did, but it was an ugly game. It was an ugly game because of the Patriots defense.
Yeah, we were freaking loaded. What you mean? Like Brewski, Seymour, McGinnis, Vrabel.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing with you.
The only reason that really that game was won by the Patriots was because their defense played like almost Steelers level defense, bro. If you look at all the Steelers Super Bowls that they were in like early on, their defenses were absolutely tenacious, bro. And even if you didn't have the offense, you were still gonna be in the game, you know, with a chance to win. And their defense was really, really, really good, bro. And that particular team wasn't under Dick Vermeil, that was under Mike Martz. So Mike Martz, as smart as he was offensively, a CEO role was not him. He couldn't handle all of the emotions of the team, right? And you could see as when he took over the next year, the team wasn't that good, and we had basically the same players, right? Then obviously we're still a talented team, so you get to the Super Bowl again, but you can start to see the fractures in the foundation, man. You start losing good players. You're not drafting well enough either, right? Like you just start seeing the fractures in the team after this Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, we lost to the Patriots. They just it wasn't good anymore, right? They weren't supplementing with good drafting either. You're drafting almost like project players in a sense instead of drafting what is or players that can help you win right now or sustain your momentum, right? So that's kind of really what happened to the Rams, right? And then that just continued on until they left and went back to Los Angeles, right? Like at the end, you started drafting correctly, right? You end up picking up players like Aaron Donald, Todd Gurley, right? Then you suck so bad you get the first pick in LA and you end up getting Jared Goff, right? So you gotta think about some of the draft picks, man. Like I love Sam Bradford, right? He's one of the best college quarterbacks ever. But you're not going to protect the guy who already got hurt in college, right? I went into that draft excited because we had sucked at quarterback so long, right? But I knew how bad we were on offensive line, bro. We drafted like two guys in the top 5 in 2 years in a row, and they all were out the league in like 5 years. So that lets you know that you ain't drafting right, man. So I went on a tangent, but that's kind of what it is. I got the Rams winning this one. My little brother will be happy, but I got the Rams winning this. What about you?
I think the Rams are playing really good, but I think Tampa Bay's itching for a win. Give me the Bucks.
All right, cool, man.
He ain't gonna like that, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, he be like, man, fuck. You know, actually, he gonna text me. He'll be like, "Man, Brandon tripping, man. Why would he do that?" All right, so I'm gonna just let
Ooh.
y'all know my pick by the
Hey,
sound. I'm about to.
and the Chiefs, bro, they lost. Denver beat them, bro.
So my prophecy is still alive.
Yeah.
Are the Chiefs not making the playoffs?
Yep.
Hey, come on. I gotta get my. I want to take a victory lap at the end of the season. I called it cautiously though. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with, man. I expect Daniel Jones to drop a bunch of dimes in this one, and the Chiefs continue to spiral downward. And I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here for it.
What's their record now? Their record as of today,
It does feel good to see that smooth. It does.
they're 5-5 going into this game.
Yeah, come on, Daniel Jones, man, let's go. Cement your legacy as one of the best quarterbacks in the Colts' recent history, bro. All right. You know, it's been a retirement home for a lot of quarterbacks lately. Like, gotta be pretty good.
Haven't had a good one since Phillip Rivers, so
yeah.
It's been a little while. And now he's Hall of Fame eligible, so that's how long it's been.
Yeah. So it's time for them to find a new guy, right? So I got the Colts in this one. Hopefully they can do it. I think the Chiefs are in trouble, man, because they're gonna get a big
too,
but you know what? The Chiefs got a good defense. So I think if they stop Jonathan Taylor, they make it interesting.
Well, they're gonna force Jones to beat them, man. Which I don't know. I don't know if they stop JT because the Colts have a good offensive line too. They good at opening those holes.
This is gonna be a good game because the Chiefs are top 5 in defense.
I'd be more concerned about the Colts' pass offense. I wouldn't be as concerned about their run offense. I think they're gonna get off.
All right, no, that's fair. All right.
But yeah, I'll go Colts too.
All right, cool. All right, what we got? We should have one more. Man. All right, we got old quarterbacks versus new ones in this matchup, man. So the Bears are taking on the Steelers, man. So I kind of hope that the Bears can keep unlocking.
They're 7-3. They're 7-3 on top of the NFC North right now. Now, depending if the Lions win tonight.
Okay.
Let me
So the
see.
Bears are 7-3.
The Eagles are beating the Lions right now, 13-6 in the third quarter. But yeah, the Bears are 7-3.
Damn. But this is what I was hoping for the Bears, man. I was like, yo, getting Ben Johnson was gonna open up that offense a lot. All right. And now they looking comfortable. The Bears is 7-3, like you said. I think they could beat the Steelers. I'm going Chicago. At home. I'm going
You know
Chicago.
what? I'll ever pick them. Let me go Bears.
All right, cool, man, cool. Hey, man, before we get up off of this segment, man, Soldier Field's really cool looking.
I'm
Like,
glad did they say they were going to rebuild another one, or because I know that was like in talks to build another stadium at some point. I kind of hope they don't, because I mean Lambeau Field's still around, so why? You know what I mean? Because they don't have a lot of those older stadiums anymore. They're like some of the last ones they have left. I mean, the Superdome's been around since the 70s, but I mean, those have been around way longer.
yeah. So I don't know if you remember remember Madden 03? Like, just think back. Like, you probably didn't play with the Bears much, but the Bears stadium was actually Illinois' field, the
Yeah,
college team. So they were rebuilding Soldier Field, like I guess renovating it or whatever.
yeah.
So Soldier Field's always been there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it's always been there. So like that's really cool. I like that a lot. Um, let's see another old one. Lambeau.
Yep.
Lambeau's been there a while. Um,
Need to bring back the RCA Dome.
that shit was kind of cool. That shit was kind of cool.
In Indy, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was kind of cool.
What
But
else?
that's where the combine was all the time.
Arrowhead's old too.
Yeah, Arrowhead's old.
Arrowhead's
Too.
old. Let me think. Who else? Not the Chargers, because Qualcomm Stadium does not exist anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Not in Oakland.
I mean, even though
Mile
it's
High,
still there.
has Mile High been around for a while, huh? Or not that old, huh?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, all right. So hear me out. So they had an older stadium before Mile High because I was looking at that particular stadium and they had built it next to the old,
Yeah.
and that was like 2004 or something like that.
The Steelers, it's still like I know they changed it. It's not Heinz Field anymore, but that's still the same field they played in for quite some time, correct? Or no? Yeah, correct.
Like 2006.
Okay. No, yeah, it was something else before that. Let me think.
Yeah, it was Riverfront
The
Stadium.
Browns? The Browns?
I think they've been in that one for a little bit. They've been in that one for a little bit because they were in Cleveland Municipal Stadium, I think.
Yeah.
So the Indians were playing in there before they
Raymond
built
James with the Bucks. How long's Raymond James been around?
Raymond James been around since the 90s.
Okay, so it's been a little while.
Remember that picture I put on the album cover. That was their old stadium, Tampa Stadium. The one that looked like it looked like a plant almost. It was going upward. So it looked like the Rose Bowl almost. Like that's what it looked like. So they played in that one until like the 90s. And then they built it right next to it. So yeah. Shit, the Rams old stadium's still up. They use it for conventions and shit. Now
I don't see why they don't get another stadium. I mean, no, not another stadium. I wish they get another team, but
shit, man, if they can if they can get the funding behind like the Battlehawks, they might be able to do something like that. But I don't know how serious you could take the Battlehawks as a name, though.
that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but you have to get a lot of financial backing. Then you got to get approval from the NFL to get a team, right?
I don't think they're looking to expand no time soon.
No, I think that next expansion might be abroad. I think they might do Mexico City or something like that.
They should do Canada.
Yeah, Canada or Mexico City.
If before the 49ers got the last stadium, Candlestick was really old too.
Yeah, Candlestick was old. They played in there for a long time.
Where else they got? Let me think. Not Seattle, not Arizona. Not the
Arizona
right.
had a good stadium. They was playing in Arizona, the
That's
Arizona
not
State
that
Stadium.
old though. Yeah, but that used to be that used to be I forget what the name used to be, the old sponsor, but that stadium ain't that old.
What?
University of Phoenix. That ain't old.
It kind of is, bro. That's like 07, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but we talking about like old though.
Yeah, it's talking like 30 years and shit.
Yeah, something that's like kind of past our life expectancy. Let me think of who else. Detroit got a new stadium.
Yeah, Detroit got one in like 05. Houston's been in there for a while.
Vikings one is new.
Yeah.
Dallas got a newer stadium. The Eagles got a newer stadium.
Dallas. Redskins been in there for a minute.
But they're gonna build one here soon. The Giants have been. The Meadowlands ain't that old. Let's see. AFC. AFC. Tennessee's been in that stadium for what, like 25 years or so?
Like 30, bro.
Yeah, like the late
30.
90s.
Yeah.
They've been there. I mean, Houston's like 20 years old.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's a newer stadium.
Nah, Jacksonville
Still
the same,
one?
bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same one. Alltel Stadium.
And they got Lucas Oil because they got rid of the RCA Dome. But
Yep.
we're not okay. Foxborough Gillette Stadium's like 30 years old or so.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember they both opened that one.
I think who else? Buffalo.
Is it still Gillette Stadium after all these years? That's still the name?
Yep.
Okay.
Even if they change the name, I'd always call it. That's the same thing with Minute Maid Park. I still call it Minute Maid Park.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Astros Stadium
I forget it.
That's so nasty.
And then they made them get rid of Tiles Hill.
Yeah,
like, that was
got
so trash. I'm like, that's ass, bro. I have such an advantage, but in a disadvantage at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's all the old ones, though. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, Falcons got a new one.
Yeah, the Saints lost Mercedes-Benz and the freaking Falcons got it. Now they're freaking Caesar Superdome. That sounds so freaking ass.
Yeah, Caesar's is ass, bro. But the Panthers been in theirs for a while. They ain't changed since they came
like the mid to late 90s, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the Bucks got one.
Yeah. I think that's everybody we touched.
Yeah, I think so.
How old is Detroit? Ford Field's only like 20 years old? Almost.
Nah, Ford Field's almost.
No, that was like 2008 or something, man.
No, theirs is like 20. It should be like 20 now.
Let's see. That
was like 05 or something like that.
How old is Ford Field? 23 years. It was opened in 02.
Yeah, see, I told you that shit was open for a while. Because I remember they had opened it and then got a Super Bowl like a couple years after that.
Lucas Oil opened in 08.
Yeah. So
I like the Vikings old stadium, the freaking dome, but the freaking shit.
Man, the Metrodome was perfect, dog.
That shit was dope. But then I think we were in high school when that happened. I remember waking up. I think because I always watched Mike and Mike in the morning or Sports Center. And I remember I'm like, bro, they showed it in slow motion. All the snow just. I'm like, well, that's not good. You can't patch that up with duct tape.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't think they're gonna play next week. I think this ain't just something you can fix overnight. And then it just broke through like 3 spots. That's crazy, bro. Shoot, man. But yeah, man, that's been today's show, dog. Man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Shout out to Andrew and Courtney for the love, man. We appreciate all of that. Like I said, I know Brandon probably going to take a nap, man. So,
yep.
Yes, sir, man. But
about to be on my Jamarcus Russell type stuff.
Right. He's like, hey, man, what was the game plan?
Nah, dog. Freaking sent him with the VHS tapes. He's like, hey, I need you to go home. I need you to watch this film. And when you come back on Monday, I want you to tell me what's on there. Send him with some blank ass VHS tapes. Comes back Monday. He's like, man, so how'd the film go? Oh, man, I got a lot of really good stuff to do. It's like, what the fuck?
You're like, bro, it's over.
It was Johnny Manziel before Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
In that retrospect.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Johnny Manziel, man. I like
I
him
love that he's
crossing
got his
over.
life back together. He's
Yeah, I
got his
like
own little
his
podcast.
yeah, I like his media crossover, man, because he's got a different perspective of the sports world. Everybody kind of thinks of it as, oh man, these guys are superheroes and stuff, man. But he got a really good perspective on life, like struggling to make it after basically all your superhero effects are done. You know, they're gone. You know, so I love that shit, man. But but yeah, man, like I said, man, we'll see y'all next Sunday, man. No crazy outro, man. But we'll see y'all next Sunday. Same place, same time, man. So peace out.
Peace.